Dear students and colleagues, welcome. This is Dr. Guven. Many of you know me from my efforts at internationalization. I'm also an aerospace professor, so I have some videos on aerospace engineering, but this video is about international students who are going on student exchange or international students who are going on full-time studies. As you're aware, Covid-19 has been a very, very difficult time for everybody, especially for international students. Unfortunately, due to the COVID, many of the students had their education disrupted in the month of February and March, where they had to pack up and go home because universities were closed and there were severe lockdowns in place, especially in Europe and the United States, Australia, Asia, and many countries across the world. This was a difficult time for all. In fact, some of the students got stranded in the respective countries that they were educated in, because the problem was that they didn't have flights to go back home, because even the flights were stopped all of a sudden from many countries to others. Fortunately, in the summer, many of these pathways opened. Many of the students were able to go back home, though still travel is restricted severely all across the world for many students in general. Now, I do get this question a lot. Many students are contacting me, asking me, Dr. Guven, what is your views? Should we try to go to the country where we are supposed to study, or should we wait for some more time? Well, I mean, for many countries, the situation is that the pathways are still closed. You're not able to get a visa. You're not able to fly there. So in that case, anyhow, there's not much you can do. I believe you can take this time off for one semester, try to upgrade your CV, try to maybe do some research, try to publish some papers, try to attend some international conferences, international workshops, international seminars. There are a lot of online certification programs by Coursera, which is for free. At least some of them are. So you can try to, update your profile and try to be strong in this one semester, so that when you do start your school, you'll have a much better profile in that one semester with those activities than you did maybe a year ago. For those students who have to go and who are able to travel to that particular country, definitely have some contingency plan. My recommendation is make sure you have some cash with you stacked at all times, because you never know what might happen. You never know how the system will get affected. So make sure you always have some cash, not too much though, because protecting that cash can also be a problem. If possible, buy a ticket with open end return. That means you can use that ticket and change the date anytime you want. Many of the airlines are now very, very flexible, because they know due to COVID, people can change their travel history, travel itinerary at any point in time. Therefore, try to have an open-ended ticket, so even if you don't have any money, you have the ticket to go back home if you need to, especially if the borders start closing right away. Try to have a good network, try to have a friend where you can stay with in case you have to exit your dormitory or if some unexpected thing happens. Make sure you have a very good medical insurance coverage in the country that you're staying, especially in Europe. These medical coverages are not so expensive. Do talk to your international department of your university. Do try to make sure that you are able to get the necessary insurance coverage that you can use in case you get sick. Try to stay indoors. Make sure you wear a mask. Keep your social distancing. Especially make sure your hands are always clean. Make sure to use a lot of sanitizers. Eventually this will all pass. I mean, humankind has lived through pandemics before, and it will live through pandemics again. If we are careful with social distancing, if we're careful with masks, if we're careful with our activities, I do believe that you can be safe. Take care, stay safe, and if you have any questions, or if you need any of my advice, please feel free to visit my website at www.drguven.com, or please feel free to send me an email. Thank you, and have a safe, healthy year ahead.